Crucible rep gains, but whatever. Actually, with this I'll be able to at least get to rank 20, rank 46 on my Vanguard, which means I'll have another chance of getting the Shadow Price. Still haven't gotten one yet. So I told my mom that you saw Civil War 6 times, and she's like floored that you didn't know.
King is dead. Yet still his armies writhe.
I told my mom that you saw Civil War 6 times, and she's floored that you watched it 6 times.
A powerful taken war beast fled for the safety
That was that was like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Really? Did you see it alone, or just with people the whole time?
My first time seeing. No, dude, my first time seeing it was with Anthony, Kev, David, and Robert. That was my first time seeing it. The other 5 times I went on fucking Foot Locker.
You went on what?
I went on Foot Locker.
Oh, found it online.
Yeah, I didn't go out and watch it 6 times in the movie.
Oh, so the other 4 times you just watched it online, or the other 5 times?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense. I've been trying to find Star Wars 7 online, and dude, let me tell you, there's some movies that are impossible, and Star Wars 7 is one of them. You cannot find Star Wars 7 online. Like, if you do, you have to, like, I don't know what you have to do, but I'm almost tempted to just rent it, just pay and rent it, because that's how badly I need to see it at this point.
You already saw the movie.
No, I didn't. I never saw Star Wars 7.
You never saw The Force Awakens?
Nope, never saw it. I'm trying to find it.
How'd you? What?
Yep. I already know like a major spoiler too, which is why I want to see it.
Wow.
Hopefully we'll get...
It'd be pretty funny. It'd be pretty funny if, like, when you first start off this fight, you know when he spawns in, like, right here at the very beginning of the fight? What if that was actually the boss fight? You just come in and kill him, and it's like, good job.
The pride of Oryx is dead. So soon?
That would have been so funny.
That's still how I felt. Like, wow, that was quick. We killed him pretty quick. I guess he wasn't that much of a threat after all. But just Bungie kept saying how bad it was. But Locke is back, and he's going to do something evil, and then you kill him in like 1 strike. I mean, I expected you to beat him in the strike at least, but there's one mission where he shows up, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, he's gone now. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, I'll admit it, you convinced me to get No Man's Sky. Like, I was thinking, you know what? I might as well try it out. And, you know, it does seem like there's going to be a lot of content with it. I just don't like buying games full price unless I absolutely know I'm going to want it day one. Like, what's another game I'll probably be getting day one? Good question. I'll have to take a look and see what else is coming out this year.
The expansion.
Oh yeah, well that's like DLC. It doesn't really, for me, that doesn't really count for me as a full-length game day one, like $60 price. I mean.
Yeah, for some reason the game won't spawn for me.
I'd say, is nobody gonna get it?
I wasn't gonna get it.
Yeah, guys been getting it the whole time, so I just kind of trusted he would. I love this. You can just get whatever ammo you want from this room alone. What if it was like, what if instead it was like 10 Shriekers? It'd be worse than the a la cool fight.
I had to go back and watch Civil War for one of the reasons, because of how young Aunt May was. I was like, you know, I kind of, I had to figure out where I saw this actress from.
My mom said she's seen her before a couple times, so I'm sure she's been around.
One of the agonies of their existence. Malak has begun to control that blight.
To be quite honest, she's never been in a movie that I'm familiar with, but
So, let me know.
Yeah. Really?
I thought she was in like a play that I went to before one time.
When do you go to plays?
Yeah. Oh, a while ago.
But I say, like, you don't go to plays.
How'd you die?
Taking
That's
ammo.
not you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The beast is close. I can sense the blight that drifts and seethes within.
Oh, jeez. I kind of don't like focus fire. At least not on this weapon.
I see far better
No.
now than I ever did with my own eyes.
I don't really like focus fire at all.
It only really works on Suros.
Beware, Guardian. The blight will drain your strength.
I don't know why, it just kind of
your
does.
speed. Do not let Malak dominate
What happened?
this shrine.
He
What?
killed himself
What?
on purpose.
What happened? Okay.
Just so we can get to the thing faster, which I respect.
I'm trying to get these bounties done.
Well, you know, what are you gonna do? You have plenty of enemies to go after. Let's just do a sniper rifle too while I'm here. We're all gonna die. Hopefully that's surprise though. Nope, I'm good. Sweet.
Here we go.
Yeah, I kind of missed the feedback fences. They're really good.
They look cool.
They're very helpful, obviously. All the way into... Where the heck is he? There he is. Oh jeez, he's hitting me like crazy.
I'm probably gonna die, but I'm trying to get these bounties done. Alright.
Okay,
I hope we never have to see. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm good.
Nope, we're good.
I
Never
wonder
see
if we'll
what.
ever have to do the bacon again.
I mean, once the new expansion comes out, I doubt they're going to be around that much.
I don't want them to be around at all.
I wouldn't mind keeping them in the missions, obviously, but other than that, probably not. We've had them for so long now.
But seriously though, when you saw Captain America, did that not have you really hyped for like Infinity Wars?
It didn't have me hyped for Infinity Wars, but it did have me hyped for probably what you could say, I don't know, just like hyped for what they could do with the characters now, because like, you know as well as I do, I was not a big fan of Age of Ultron. And what they did with the characters in Civil War was just so good and so well written, like, that's what I know for a fact. The Russo brothers, these guys know what they're doing even more than Josh Whedon did. Josh Whedon had too much of a comic book nerd like style, and sometimes it worked. But for this sort of movie, you shouldn't have that. Like in this type of movie, you should have something a little bit more serious, but also kind of does balance it out with a little bit of that humor that they had in the movie as well. So I'm glad Whedon wasn't a part of it, because like the more I heard him speak, the less I liked him. And not in like a personal way, just more of like in a directing way. I just felt that his vision wasn't the right direction from that point on. Because as much as people would say Age of Ultron,
I thought Age of Ultron was perfect. The only thing I'm literally trying to think of what I could say that's bad about the film. I could say maybe, yeah, maybe Ultron was not as cool of a villain as he could have been, but I still liked him enough.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing I could say. Other than that, I loved the Age of Ultron.
When I hear comic book nerds talking about like how Ultron was, like how the movie sucked, really, the biggest complaint I see is that Ultron wasn't that great. And I agree, but I also know that it's also kind of my own secret bias towards Ultron, and I knew that unless they did it the way I really wanted them to, I probably wouldn't have felt as good about it as I probably would have wanted. And I'm fully accepting that, and I'm okay with that, how I feel. Like, I'm not gonna say the movie sucks purely because it's not the way I wanted it to, but I'm not gonna say that it wasn't, like, there was a expectation I had in mind for a specific character, Ultron included. He was that important to me that I wanted to make sure nothing was really bad with him. That's why, like, when I saw Batman vs Superman, I liked the new Batman. I have a problem with it, which we joke about all the time, but he's like Ben Affleck himself is a good Batman, so I don't blame him.
Could have dropped an exotic for me at the very least.
I was gonna say, if you dropped the hood for me, I would have laughed so hard because you can't get that thing.
Did she just compliment us?
How many more do I got? Now, a lot of people, I heard some people say they thought that the main villain in Civil War was weak.
He was. I'm not gonna say he wasn't, but like I don't want to talk about and risk spoiling, but like he was weak, but he was weak for the right reasons, if that makes sense.
The movie's been out. The movie's been out for 2 or 3 weeks now. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
2
well,
weeks.
his like, yeah, he was weak, but he was supposed to be weak in a way because he wasn't weak. he lost everything, and he really like the only way for him to be strong as a villain was to make the strong people fight each other. His whole purpose was for them to be put together to fight. So I like the fact that he was weak. He had one purpose and he served it. When I was watching the movie, I was a bit disappointed, but that's when I really thought about it. I thought, well, he's not supposed to be like a super big villain like Loki or Ultron. He's supposed to be just an average guy like us, who just got a really sick mind in the end. I will say, I was really shocked when they cut off Winter Soldier's metal arm. Like, I was completely floored. Did not expect that at all.
I did expect it because they foreshadowed it in the movie.
When?
During the part where Spider-Man shows up, he's like, when he's like, hey guys, remember that episode of, you remember that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Yeah, they foreshadowed it.
Oh.
Because Luke Skywalker loses his arm in that movie.
I guess that was a foreshadow. I mean, you know, Darth Vader and everything, but yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yep, I see it now. I just couldn't put the pieces together. Trying to get every ghost for every planet, so like I can get relic iron from doing stuff on Mars. So one thing I'm missing on my Titan Mars one. I think that was a really good use. Like at first I didn't think that was a good idea, but now that I'm using it, it's very useful. Oh, I guess the other guy left. I can see why. This, and probably Saber, are strikes people usually leave out most.
You know what I liked about Scarlet Witch's costume in this movie?
It wasn't sexualized?
Actually, on the contrary.
What?
It
How
really
really?
pointed out. Do you remember that costume?
I mean, yeah, I would say that, like, I would say over time it's sexualized less and less. I mean, it looks good still, it makes her look good, but I wouldn't say, like,
It
still...
really pointed out her cleavage in that film.
I mean, I would disagree. I may have to watch it again because you saw it six times.
You don't remember that movie then. I was about to say, you don't remember that movie then. Because as opposed to her costume in Age of Ultron, this costume, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, I'm just saying, like, this costume really pointed out Elizabeth Olsen's cleavage. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy.
I mean, I won't lie either. It's something I'll enjoy too. I just won't say that it should be mandatory costume. I will say also this though. I love Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. Like, she's gorgeous, but they play her out. Like, the way they design her character and whatnot, she's not that attractive. Like, not saying she isn't attractive, but like they don't make her so attractive compared to Scarlet Witch. It's like what Scarlet Witch could be wearing and Black Widow, etc., etc. Which I would say is a good thing, because it really adds out that whole character preference and character progression that she has herself, which is great. I mean, it's how you write smart female characters without, like, rule number one about writing good female characters, don't sexualize them. That's not their purpose. Their purpose is to be female characters. Simple as that. I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't over-sexualize Wonder Woman that much in Batman vs Superman. Although, let me just say, there were some things that I saw, especially during the last fight scene, which I didn't expect to see in a PG-13 movie.
With Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Was it that part where she was like? Was it that part where she was on the ground and she did like some weird smirk? Yeah, that came from nowhere.
No, no. I'm not even talking about that smirk. If you look down, like you could see, like you could practically see what was under that skirt, like everything. I'm not lying to you.
I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh, I was paying attention. I was like, wait, what am I seeing? I'm like, yep, I definitely see what I'm looking at. And that should have been fixed.
You got a little vag action right there.
Yep, it was definitely a little, but it was enough. Did I tell you that like this little funny story between me and my friend of mine when we were in the movie theater waiting for the movie to start?
No.
Okay, so me and my friend, his name's Nolan, like Nolan North. That's his first name, Nolan.
Okay.
And he actually, in a way, kind of looks like Kevin, so I think it's even funnier. So we went to go see the movie together, and we were waiting for the movie to start, and he was talking to me. We were talking about like the reason why we don't like going to the movie theaters that much, and I tell him that I only go see movies in theaters if I felt like it's going to be really worth the money. And he says that there's one thing I absolutely can't stand. It's little kids in theaters. And I'm not kidding you. The exact, like, a second later, after he said that, you hear this, Daddy, in the background.
Oh, I think you did tell, oh yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah, and we turn around, and these two kids are there with their dad. And it's like, really? And he looks at me like, are you kidding me? Oh, man. It was the funniest moment. Like, you can't make that up. It's just brilliant. I started laughing. He started laughing too, but he was also mad. Like, he's one of those quick-tempered people. God, it's funny. Do you have any funny moments that you were in a theater before?
No.
What about that black family that was behind us when we were seeing Django Unchained? Because they were loving that movie.
Mm-hmm. That movie did get me excited for whatchamacallit, Spider-Man's movie and Black Panther's movie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man movie now. Like, that's gonna be awesome. What do you think
I just wonder what the... Go ahead.
Who do you think the villain's gonna be for Spider-Man Homecoming?
Vulture.
Electro?
I said Vulture.
Oh, Vulture. I thought you said Electro. I was like, wait, are you kidding me? I don't think they're ever gonna touch Electro for like at least a few years.
I think they might. I think they probably want to do like a villain that hasn't been done before.
I feel like they were gonna try for a Green Goblin. As much as like we've seen Green Goblin quite a few times. Wow, I got blown.
It's kind of hard to tell because since the movie is called Spider-Man Homecoming, and since it's not based off of a particular arc, it's kind of hard to guess. It's like it's literally up to anyone's guess what the villain could be. There's no hint as to who the villain could be. You know, it's not like Age of Ultron. It's like, oh, I wonder who the villain will be.
It's probably Black Panther. Actually, you know, it'd be really funny.
Oh, Age of Ultron. The main villain must be Joker from Batman.
Maybe it's Loki again. Actually, no. You know, what would be actually really interesting and funny is if instead of a villain, like the actual movie Spider-Man Homecoming is about him going to Homecoming and him trying to get a date, and like Flash Thompson's like his rival. There's actually no Spider-Man in it except like near the end or something. It's just him trying to get a date for prom or homecoming. That'd be funny to me. Like that'd be like at least a good joke.
I'm gonna love it when they expand more. See, at first, a lot of people were wondering what Iron Man could be doing in the film, and now we know. It's probably gonna be some. There's probably gonna be some love scenes between him and Aunt May.
Oh, that'd be sick, but hilarious. What are you doing? He's like he comes home from like this big fight. You see Tony come out in like in a red robe out of his aunt's bedroom, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
This isn't accurate to the comics.
I'm your new uncle now. Call me Uncle Tony. Hey, what'd your mom do for her birthday? She never told me what you did with the. Huh?
She didn't want to. She didn't want to go to the spa. She just wanted to stay home and relax.
Stay home and relax. Stay home and relax. Nope. She didn't want to go to the spa. You can't be able to hear it. It's on the TV. I don't have it on the TV. No, he's not gonna do it.
Tell him to laugh.
My mom wants you to laugh.
Laugh at what?
She just wants to hear your laugh. She wants me to mimic it.
Hmm?
She wants me to hear your laugh, and she wants me to mimic your laugh.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Oh, that's not it.
No, it's not it. You have to close the door.
Nice one. I'll let the Vanguard know the flares are dead.
If those Scion flares were tangling with Rasputin, they are way more powerful than we realize. We better keep an eye on where the Cabal deploy those things. Who knows what their minds can do?
Oh, I love that family. Those two, I swear. Those two are right.
Sorry about that.
L'Oreal! L'Oreal!
Who are you talking about? What are you referencing?
L'Oreal.
Like the hair product company?
Yeah.
Why? L'Oreal. Have you seen that before?
Mm-mm.
It's like a picture of like a L'Oreal blonde hair, but instead of a woman's face, it's Thor. It's like this blushing, beautiful blonde hair. People are making fun of the some of the jokes still work. Not as much as Batman. Like everybody who saw Batman vs Superman made fun of the Grandma's peach tea, and they also made fun of him so much. I remember what
I hate this one.
You don't like this one? Yeah, you hate this one. Yeah, you do. I remember now. Yep, you totally hate this
So
one.
the Centurion's Bond brothers are pretty angry they lost their commander. They're leading a team to blow the Dreadnought's core. Core goes.
The other one did they
Most of the
did they
system
make
goes
fun
with
of?
it. You're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Another one. Actually, I'm gonna turn on my my defender because I know it's gonna be
Why
more
do you think
helpful.
they crashed their ship into the Dreadnought? Those are extreme tactics for the Cabal.
The Vanguard intercepted a signal, a message from the Cabal from way outside the solar system. A direct order
I
to
hope they
crash the ship,
continue
use
the
it as a
trend
beachhead, and
with
take out the
strikes.
king.
Is that they'll change the dialogue every time you play the strike, so it's always different.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll keep that. I'm not worried about that at all.
If there's one thing you think they'll take away from the Cabal, not Cabal, but from the expansion, what do you think it would be?
What?
Like, what do you think they would take away? Like, a bad thing that Destiny needs to fix. What would they take away from with the expansion?
They're the ones leading the assault on the power core.
What would they?
Marking the coordinates.
What's something they would take away that will? Okay, so when the expansion comes, what's something that won't be in the game anymore?
Yeah.
Actually, I really don't know what they would take away.
I'm trying to think too. Probably they would. You know what's
Maybe
also, like,
3 of coins.
oh yeah, they'll probably definitely take out 3 coins because talk about them. It seems like it's gonna be one of those things that Bungie's gonna say like, yep, it's a good idea. Coins debate. Like, I'm fine the way it turned out. I like the way it turned out too.
Watch out. They
But
brought a
people are
tank
still
to a gunfight.
complaining. Like, they were saying, oh well, you know, now anybody can easily get every exotic in the game, and it loses value for the exotics. I'm like, no, it doesn't, because look, how many times did you actually get exotic engrams before 3 of Coins came out?
It definitely made it feel less. It definitely made getting exotics feel less special. I'll say that.
I would say the opposite's true, because there are still exotics that are hard to get for me. 3 of Coins just makes it slightly easier for a chance to get something you want. It's still going to be a chance no matter what. Like, the whole point, like, something that was definitely argued about Destiny was that you don't get exotic engrams in the game. Not really. When you do, it's super difficult to it. And they want a way for people to get more exotic engrams. So they introduced 3 of Coins. People complained that, oh, now, like, everybody has every exotic now, so it doesn't feel special.
It kind of doesn't. I have to agree with that. It doesn't feel as special.
But it still feels good when you get an exotic engram. You're not like, well, got another exotic engram. You're happy when you got an exotic engram from Challenge of the Elders. I am
Yeah,
too,
you
because
are now. Now it is because of the way the loot system works.
I don't know, I feel like, yeah, exotics are supposed to be hard to come by, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but it's still great to get them. Even if it's over and over again, like, it's a chance to get something you want. Hey, something with better roll than my current one. Great. Well, yeah, I blast needles, but, you know, I still have I don't have to worry about using blast needles anymore. Plus, with new exotics even coming in again, then people are going to want 3 of Coins, because they can have a chance to gain the new exotics again. Like, it's a never-ending cycle. Like, it's one of those things where it's like they ask Bungie to do it for them. They do it for them.
No.
Then they complain it's just not what they wanted. Okay, now I see a problem. I feel like they are going to get rid of strange 3 points, definitely. There we go. That was actually one of the longer times to get that done. Weird.
So no one was using us.
That
Normal was using a long
Let's head to the
rifle.
bridge. See if
Yeah.
we can reacquire the brothers.
I was using my Kamara, but that's different. Like,
I can't tell
not
you
like
the
a black
number of
spoon or
scouts
anything
I've
like
lost
that.
to these brothers on Mars. They need to be stopped. Go careful.
We are the Martians, the ugly Martians.
Taken and Cabal fighting for the bridge. Wherever the brothers are, they aren't here. Let's keep moving.
Like, every time,
Because of the phalanxes.
yeah, every time you take down a boss, like 20 phalanxes come out.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta stay on a point for a certain amount of time while phalanxes keep spawning on you. Like, oh god, please no. I really hope it will be like cut and dry, because the Cabal like cut and dry stuff, or maybe sabotage, like a sabotage strike.
What I would like is if there's like a giant tank that you have to fight, and then you have to like hack like an artillery system, and that's the only way you can damage it. Or maybe you could like, maybe the tank has like a shield, and the only way to take down the shield is to hack the artillery tank, artillery systems. And then when you take down the shields temporarily, then you can shoot it with your regular guns.
Yeah. Some people have the idea that they wanted to control a tank, but that's too ambitious. You might as well ask for space battles. It's like, it's not happening. The game isn't designed this way. Oh wow, my feedback fence actually hurt Boss Wall too. Alright, I'm gonna go to the spot. I'll be relatively safe. Well. What's he doing? There we go. Oh, stop hitting me, you jerks. I'm gonna go get you. Oh, he's just movie. That was funny. I felt that. Like, I heard it from my phone. He's like, I'm just so done. Holy crap. That was awesome. Did he actually flee yet? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did.
God, that was funny. What the hell hurt me? What? Did I see that right? You flung your sword and you still died?
No, I didn't.
Okay. That just looked really weird to me. Okay, that was stupid of me.
Did you see two? Did you see that?
Not really, but...
Never mind. That was close, I almost died.
Come in. After this, I'm gonna go to the tower and then I'll be right back.
Alright.
Alright, dude, come back.
Targets are neutralized.
Somewhere.
Huh, so there is a rep boost.
Some Imperial flunky is getting a message.
Yeah, it says increased reputation and drop chance. So I guess they also changed that for the April update.
You made that happen, Guardian.
Didn't even notice.
Savor it.
Ooh, I got the Sublime Helm. I'm gonna use that for my Warlock. I can make my Warlock be a Sith Lord.
I got a lot of engrams, holy crap.
I'm gonna switch to my Warlock so I can decrypt that engram.
Alright, cool.
Now I'm gonna switch back to my Titan.
Jabberhocky from that legendary engram, wow. 26. Sucks.
Box saw. Full auto. Fitted stock. Speed reload. Huh. Okay. That's interesting.
Let me open this up. Hmm. Yep, that's interesting, alright.
Do I have anything I can infuse into that? Actually, yeah, I do.
I needed to do that.
You can't hide in the quiet of the archives all your life.
Alright, let's switch to my warlock real quick.
Oryx, dead king. Oryx, dead king. 3 words, 9-word words, over and over. Silence.
Hey, I'll be back on. Probably give me like 30 minutes, okay?